Good evening, master traders. Despite SPY going in the breakout mode, despite the little gap up we had this morning, unfortunately overall a chop day. Yesterday, you guys can see here, we had a trend day. I was very happy with yesterday's price action, but that trend day led to, as you guys can see, a chop day where SPY was just range bound literally for the whole day. Chop phase, chop fest. I tell you this, guys, the trend phase leads to the chop phase, but the chop phase leads right back to the trend phase. We go to the daily chart, we can see something similar to an evening star development pattern where it's a 3-candle pattern, big body green candle, followed by a choppy candle, something similar to a doji or is a doji. For the pattern to truly play out or fully form, though, the third candle must be a bearish candle, a big body red candle. And then we'll have ourselves an evening style pattern that could possibly send SPY back to the downside. But there's no guarantee that it could be an evening star pattern. The third candle can also be a big body green candle where we get a continuation from the breakout. Now, I don't know if it's going to be an evening star pattern where we head back down or a continuation of the breakout where we head back to the upside. But I have confidence that based on these candles that I'm seeing, that tomorrow is going to be a volatile day, or at least a trend day. Today was choppy. I do not believe tomorrow will be a choppy day. I believe tomorrow will be a trend day, either to the upside or to the downside. We need to prepare for that. So I know today wasn't that good. You know, some of you probably a bit frustrated, but guess what? It's over. It's over. It's past. Let it pass. Let it go. And let's move forward. Not every single day is the same. Like I said, yesterday was a trend day. Today was a chop day. Tomorrow, I'm seeing signs there's going to be a trend day tomorrow. We just don't know if it's going to be to the upside or to the downside. But I do have the pivot levels. So when the price action does finally make a move, we will know what to do. The pivot level that's very important to watch is the 595.5 level. It's a fib level. There was a previous pivot high from May 19th. Today, that level held as support multiple times. A resistant level being recognized as a support level. If bears want to get anything going, they need to break down 595.5, even gap below it. If we are below 595.5 and unable to recapture and it turns back into a sell zone, that's a good sign for the bears. 594, 592.5 and 591 would be in play. And below 591, that's a breakdown of a fib level, but also a breakback below this flag. It will be false breakout mode if SPY drops back below 591, which would favor the bears. So if you're a bear, 595.5 and 591 are the two critical levels you want to watch. If those levels fail, that is when you want to get bearish. But if you're a bull, you want to see price stay above 595.5. It's been tested as a sell zone and it's been tested as a buy zone. The market clearly recognizes this level. Usually if it's an evening star pattern breaking down the low or gapping down the low of the doji or the chop candle would be bearish. But if it's not bearish and it takes out the high of today's candle, 598, that's bullish. Bullish continuation to the upside. I have 599, 600.3, 603 and 605 plus as targets to the upside. So if we was to keep this simple, 595.5 is the equilibrium level. If we're above it, you want to look to long. False breakdown setups or breakout or resistance is what I recommend. But if we're below 595.5, look for it to turn back into a sell zone and break down support. That will be your trigger to go short. Triple Q hit my 1.382 Fibonacci extension level. The market's recognizing and respecting these fib levels. I'm going to round it to 530. The fib level is at 529.6. I'm going to round it to 530. If bulls can clear 530 tomorrow, it managed to give us a higher close. So if it can clear 530 tomorrow, that would be bullish. 531.7, 533, 535, and 536.6 would be in play. I would not get bearish unless 527 and 525 fail as support to put 523, 521, 519 or lower in play. Below 519, bears are in full control. That's a breakdown of the multi-month trend line. Stay bullish above 527, long if 530 clears. Get bearish below 527 and 525 for those lower targets. NVDA had some selling pressure today, but it managed to recover intraday. 142.5 is the next resistant level. If it clears, more upside coming, guys. 144, 145.6 or higher coming. If we want to get bearish, 141 and 139 both must fail. I want to see 139 fail. There was some strong buying pressure from that area. Needs to break down to cancel all the buying pressure that was there. I would get bearish below 139. Otherwise, above 142.5, I'm favoring more upside. Here is Tesla. We hit the top of the megaphone pattern. Now we're just a few dollars away from the bottom of the megaphone pattern. If bears break down 330.6 and 329 tomorrow, it's a good chance we drop down to the megaphone pattern around 323-ish. But if it's bounce time, I would not trust the bounce unless 332 clears to put 334, 338, 339.8 and 341 in play. I wouldn't get bullish again unless price is back above 339.8. Otherwise, if we lose 330.6 tomorrow, bottom of the megaphone pattern we go. And if we break down 323 and 321.5, that's a breakdown of the megaphone pattern. Coin, gotta be very careful here. It's looking like a head and shoulder pattern, and we lost that 257.5 fib level. Not looking good for the bulls. If we break down 256 and 254 tomorrow, 250, 248 and 246.7 fib level incoming, and if that levels fail, it's a good chance we could be forming a bearish trend here, and today's high could be the lower high. Now, if we're going to get bullish, 257.5 must recapture, and as well as the potential left shoulder at 264.8. If it clears, bullish with 270, 271.2 or higher in play. And once again, VIX is just looking boring and bearish. It's almost hitting 17, and if it fails, 15 or lower incoming. Trust no bounce unless 19, and still 20.5 or 20.4 can recapture. Guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found value in this video. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Peace.